Okay, so this is a cubic equation, and to solve this we're going to need to guess one of the roots. Sometimes we're given a root, but in this case we're not given any of the three roots of this equation, so we have to guess the first one. So we start by guessing x equals 1, so we're going to sub 1 into this. We get 2 by 1 cubed minus 3 by 1 squared minus 17 by 1 plus 30, and when you work all this out you do not get 0. Then we're going to try x equals minus 1, so we have 2 by minus 1 cubed, minus 3 by minus 1 squared, minus 17 by minus 1, plus 30. And again, when you put this all into the calculator, you don't get 0. We try x equals 2, so 2 by 2 cubed, minus 3 by 2 squared, minus 17 by 2, plus 30. When we multiply this out, we get 2 by 2 cubed, which is 2 by 8, which is 16, minus 3 by 2 squared is 3 by 4, which is 12. 17 by 2 is 34, plus 30, so we get 4. Minus 4, which is 0. And so we can say that x equals 2 is a solution, or we can call it a root of the cubic equation, Now the factor theorem tells us, so the factor theorem, let's write it down here, tells us that if x equals a is the root of an equation, well then x minus a will be a factor. So in our example here, we figured out that x equals 2 is a root or a solution to our equation, and that means x minus 2 is a factor. And what a factor will allow us to do is we can divide this factor x minus 2 into the cubic expression, and we should find the other factors. So that's what we're going to do next. We're going to set up a cubic equation. So we have x minus 2 that we are going to divide into 2x cubed minus 3x squared minus 17x plus 30. And again, just to emphasize, because we found a factor, this will divide evenly into this cubic expression. So x into 2x cubed goes 2x squared times. 2x squared times x is 2x cubed. 2x squared by minus 2 is minus 4x squared. We draw a line underneath. We subtract the second line from the first line by changing the signs. The first two will always cancel, and then we're going to add down the rest. So minus 3x squared plus 4x squared is 1x squared. And then bring down the minus 17x and the plus 30. Now x into x squared goes plus x times x is x squared. X by minus 2 is minus 2x. We draw a line underneath, and again we change both the signs, and the first two will cancel. Minus 17x plus 2x is minus 15x, and then we bring down the 30. X into minus 15x is minus 15. So minus 15 by x is minus 15x, and minus 15 by minus 2 is plus 30. We draw a line underneath, we change both the signs, and both terms cancel this time to give us a remainder of 0. And so when x minus 2 is divided into 2x cubed minus 3x squared minus 17x plus 30, we get the other factor, or another factor, which is 2x squared plus x minus 15. So I'm just going to write these factors together, x minus 2 on 2x squared plus x minus 15. And if 2x cubed minus 3x squared minus 17x plus 30 is equal to 0, so is x minus 2 on 2x squared plus x minus 15. X minus 2 we leave out front in a bracket, and then we're going to factorize the quadratic expression in the second bracket. So we have 2x and x, we have 5 and 3, and then we have a plus and a minus like this. So that's equal to 0. We let each bracket equal 0, so x minus 2 equals 0, 2x minus 5 equals 0, and x plus 3 equals 0. If x minus 2 equals 0, well then x is equal to 2. If 2x minus 5 equals 0, well we have 2x equals 5, and x will be equal to 5 over 2, or 2.5. And if x plus 3 equals 0, then x equals minus 3. And so the three solutions to this cubic equation are x equals 2, x equals 5 over 2, or 2.5, and x equals minus 3. So to run through the steps quickly again, if we've been given a root, we can then find the factor, and we can do long division to find the other factor, which we can factorize to find the other solutions to the cubic equation. If we haven't been given a root, well then we have to guess the first root. We tried 1 which didn't work, -1 which didn't work, and eventually we came upon x equals 2, which was a root or a solution to the cubic equation. And because x equals 2 was a root, the factor theorem says that x minus 2 is the factor. And that's how we solve cubic equations.